All right. Y'all already know what I got to talk about. I'm sure you all want to hear my thoughts on what went down. Technically, it would have been, 2 nights ago now in New York. Everyone has heard about it by now, pretty much. But yeah, I'll have my thoughts about it here in a second. But I got to talk about the rest of the series first against the Yankees. Of course, coming off a 3-game sweep against the. We looked fantastic. We beat them 3 games in 24 hours. And we were hitting the crap out of the ball. Granted, a lot of that was because of the White Sox own errors. But so like the Guardians have done this weird thing so far, as we are now 15 games into the season. We have done this weird thing. If you've noticed, we split with the Royals. Okay, 2 out of 4. Sweep the Reds. Get swept by the Giants. Technically sweep the White Sox. And then we enter this series. Yeah. This was as you'd expect, kind of. I was thinking maybe take one of 3, 2 or 3, and we wound up taking none of them. First game of the first game of and Eli Morgan didn't do too bad, but being a Guardians fan and watching Eli Morgan the last year or so, you've come to realize that he's good, but the way he pitches, he's going to give up a big bomb at some point. And it's like we expected it. But he gave up 2, or at least there was 2 bombs given up in this game. One was from actually a backup reliever, Tanner Tully, who was also another minor leaguer that we had to bring up because of a surge, not a surge, but like a nice little case. Some of our guys caught a case of the virus, so that was tough. Right before the series, of course. So Owen Miller was out. Cal actually came back for game 2. That was huge, but some of the guys missed a couple games. Owen Miller being probably the most prominent one. But yeah, Eli Morgan gave up a bomb in the freaking bottom of the 3rd. It was a 2-run shot. And then Ramirez scored. Good job, Franmil. Look at you. You finally got on the board in the home run department on the road, too. Nice. I mean, Franmil is awesome, but he needs to be patient. He's trying to hit everything out of the yard, and that's just going to hurt him. These pitchers are just going to throw stuff out of the zone, not even trying to put it in the zone because they know I could throw this thing in the other batter's box, and this dude going to chase it. He's swinging at everything. He's got to settle down. So we're down 2-1, and then in typical Indians Guardians fashion, we give up a run, bottom of the 4th, to Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who they got in the trade with the Rangers, I guess. So it's 3-1, and then Judge homered again, made it 4-1, and that was the game. We got 9 hits. I've always said this season, if anyone thinks that it's because we're not getting hits, we got 9 hits in this game. Hits are not the problem. It's scoring. And when you look at how many runs we left on base, we were 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position, and we left 7 on base. You can't be doing that. You got to make them pay. You got freaking Jose Ramirez, who's been a scourge in the Bronx for years. He's been a thorn in their side for so long, and he could not do anything. They did it. They pitched him effectively. Can't fault them. Tyone pitched him effectively. If there's one where you pitch Jose, you better hope and pray that ball does not go inside, like up and in on him, like around chest high, because if it's chest high up and in, oh, he's belting that thing. That's his nitro zone. Anything around like probably with belt buckle to like numbers, that's his like, inside where he can just bring his arms in. Oh, that thing he's belting that thing. Yeah, that's cheddar for him. That's a hamburger. It's a juicy roast beef sandwich. It's food. It's lunch for him. I mean, like, and the guys continuously make the same mistake. It just runs in, on accident or whatever. They don't want it to, and it runs in on him, and bam, he just belts it. He's so good at that. This has to be the first time in a couple of years he did not home run. He hit a dong in Yankee Stadium. One of the easiest places to hit a home run at, especially, being a lefty, which he's a switch hitter. But being a lefty, it has to be the easiest place to hit a home run because you have the short porch. It's a cheat code. I hate that stadium because of that. It's a cheat code. I mean, Stephen Kwan was like that close to hitting a home run, and he didn't really get a whole lot of the ball. It went like 314, and it would have been a home run in Fenway. That was it. Fenway is even more of a cheat code because, while Yankee Stadium is shorter distance, the walls are higher. But yet you got freaking Fenway where walls barely come up to your knees. And, of course, you have the pesky pole. You could wrap a ball around the pole and get a cheap home run. You're thinking it's a foul ball, and all of a sudden it's a freaking home run. Routine fly-out home run. Yep. And then, of course, if you hit the ball hard enough and good enough, that thing just rides the wall all the way around. And if that outfielder plays it wrong, oh, God, he's going to be in for a ride. And if he ever speedster on base, that's probably triple central right there. But, yeah, we couldn't really do anything other than score that one run, ironically, on a home run. Of course. So Tyone got the win. He's 1-1. Morgan took his first loss. He's 1-1. And Chapman got the save. His fourth save already of the year. And in terms of how they did, Morgan, 3 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, a lot of twos, 5 Ks, 1 homer. Tyone, 5 innings, 7 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 5 Ks, 1 home run. Like, we should have been able to get after Tyone a little bit more, but we couldn't do it. Like, we could hit the ball. It's just they didn't go into the gaps or anything. It's funny. We could torture some of these pitching staffs, but when it comes to, like, these other good teams, it's like we can't touch them for the most part. It's really weird. All right. You know what time the talk is. You know what time it is, guys. Time to talk about game 2 of the series. So I'm going to talk about how the game went overall. Guardians took the lead early on with a Naylor bomb. Josh Naylor, first dong of the year, 2-run shot gave us the lead. And then, in typical Indians/Guardians fashion, we gave it right back. Yankees tied it up, bottom of the 5th. Kind of Falefa again, and Kyle Higashioka tied the game up. And then Josh Donaldson homered, made it 3-2. Austin Hedges would homer, 2-run shot, top of the 8th, right after Donaldson homered. So we'd make it 4-3. And then kind of Falefa again, tie the game at 4-4 against Class A. And then Torres would win the game. And then chaos ensued in the outfield, in the right field bleachers. As for some reason, the fans in the right field bleacher seats, the bleacher creatures, decided to throw beer cans, some of them full, at Oscar Mercado. And that really could have hurt him, especially because, being an outfielder, he's not wearing a hard hat. So a well-placed, fully loaded beer can dunks him on the head. And if it's hit with enough force, that could hurt. And of course, that all stemmed from few plays earlier when Falefa doubled to score the tying run. Stephen Kwan actually looked like he had the ball, but then it just drove on him, and the wall Of course, Kwan's a rookie, never played in Yankee Stadium, doesn't know the dimensions. If that was, say, Mercado, or if that was Clement, or even like a veteran, which we didn't sign any veteran outfielders, even if that was like Ahmed, which we don't play him in the outfield much anymore. But if that was any other outfielder we had, like a veteran, they know the wall is there. They'd probably prepare for the wall and then make the catch. Game is probably over, whatever. What really sucks is that run came on a 1-2 count with 2 down. We were 1 strike away from winning the game. All it took was Clase playing a well-placed pitch and striking out kind of Falefa. But no. Of course, their former Ranger stings our former Ranger. Yeah, they used to be teammates. And of course, that's Gleyber Torres who wins the game. How many times has he beaten us? Feels like every time we look, he's the one that gets a walk-off against us. It's so weird. But what happened in left field was Kwan got hurt. I guess some douchebag in left field was freaking cheering the injury. I don't know if there was like any racial slurs. But because Kwan, I guess, they must have thought, oh, he's Asian because of his last name. He's actually American. Yeah. He went to Oregon State. So he's not like he didn't come to the MLB out of Asia. Like he went to college in the United States and everything. Like he's a US citizen and stuff. But like, yeah, not like Shohei Ohtani or, Suzuki who came from Japan or whatever. But I don't think there was any slurs or anything, but they were cheering his injury, which you don't do that. Doesn't matter what team you root for. You do not cheer for an injury, especially because, like, there could be an injury that could ruin end someone's career, and you're out here cheering, looking like a douchebag. And they wonder why people don't like Yankee fans. It's ridiculous. It's like, yeah, your team won, but why? And then, again, your team won, and what do? You celebrate by throwing beer bottles and stuff at our outfielder. Okay. All right, that's interesting. And, it is what it is. They don't call it the Bronx Zoo out there in the outfield for nothing because they're just a bunch of animals out there. Ravenous. I mean, I've seen videos of opposing fans sitting out in the outfield and they be getting harassed and they be freaking, oh God, they be, I remember there was an A's fan when they played the wild card game in Yankee Stadium a couple of years ago, getting harassed and everything. It's like, it don't matter what team you root for. You could be, I said this before or whatever, I've been thinking about this. I don't think I was on stream or anything. You could be a fan of an NL team. You could be a Marlins fan. You could be a Giants fan. What other team? Nationals? You could be a Padres fan. You could be a Pirates fan there in the Bronx Zoo for some reason. Or in the outfield. They would torment you. They throw stuff at you. It don't matter. Not even a rival team. Although, Guardians, Indians / Yankees, whatever. Indians and Yankees, Guardians, Yankees, whatever. We're kind of rivals. But still doesn't justify throwing stuff at people, man. Come on now. It could hurt somebody. He could have hurt Mercado. I mean, all it took was this one doink off the face, and he's got a cut on his face and probably a concussion or something. And I really got to applaud Miles Straw for sticking up for Steven. And yes, if you're wondering, the thumbnail to this stream is real. Miles Straw literally did climb on the outfield wall and confronted a fan that was talking trash or celebrating Kwan getting hurt. And there was actually a dude in the stands, obviously standing behind people, because he wouldn't do it in Straw's face, like directly in front of him. But he was standing behind people doing a sign that is very inappropriate per se, calling him a wussy, pretty much, being rated G, PG, whatever. I mean, just look it up. I mean, if you even this, look up John Boy Media. He did a video talking about the whole situation. He talks about it way better than I could. I mean, I watched it's funny because I think I turned it to do the basketball game right when that happened. I turned it back and I see Straw and Mercado in the outfield talking to the umpire, and I was like, what the heck happened? And then I watched the replay, and yeah, absolutely sickening to see that. And that's a day after, too. A fan in San Diego threw a beer or something at Cody Bellinger. These fans are ruthless, man. Wrong person at the wrong time, at the right time. Right time. One of these fans is going to test one of these players, going to hit him with something. That player's going to get pissed, run into the stands, because you never know. These guys, they're insanely athletic. One big leap and climbs up on the wall, jumps over, and freaking comes and mugs you. Now, like in Cleveland, obviously, if you see Progressive Field, there's really no way you could really climb up onto the wall unless you're like Aaron Judge's height, where he could like, a good jump, climb to the top, and then crawl up, because in right field they actually have like these like a walkway, because they have like not dancers but like cheerleaders that walk around. That's like where a slider would walk around and everything. And that's a pretty good way to prevent fans from interfering in the action. But yeah, these fans are getting out of hand. Obviously, we see in basketball. Just look up Malice at the Palace. We got protesters in basketball. We got fans throwing stuff in baseball. Football, the offseason is just absolute chaos. And then you got hockey, which has got playoff season coming up, which is always chaotic. You love it. You just love it. You just love to see it. It's absolute pandemonium in professional sports right now. Many different ways. Of course, in college football and stuff, you got the transfer portal stuff, NIL, all that other garbage, whatever. Not going to talk about that, but overall in the game, I mean, we didn't look bad. Cal Quantrill, fresh off the illness list, came out, threw 6 in the third, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned, 3 walks, a lot of threes. 2 Ks, 1 home run given up. Enyo De Los Santos, in free agency, minor league contract. He's actually been probably one of our best relievers. We should keep him around. He's not too bad. 2 2/3 innings, 2 Ks. He's actually got potential. Brian Shaw, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, got out of it. Sandlin, 1/3 of an inning, got a K. And then Class A was again 1 strike away from getting the save, but that's his first blown save of the year. Definitely will not be his last. I can already tell you that. He's very feast or famine. He's really good, but with the way he throws fireballs. He doesn't use finesse, fool guys. He just blows it past you. And as we've seen, look at the Jed Lowry one last year that I streamed. I've always said, like, it's horrible to give him a 1-run lead to protect. It's even worse when you're tied and you send him out there. But like, he's good. But if he puts a pitch in a bad spot, like damn near right down the middle, you're throwing him a meatball, a flaming meatball. You're supplying the speed and the velocity and the force, and all that batter has to do is just get good on that thing, and that thing is going a long way. Same thing with Chapman. But the thing is, though, it's not like these are not just 100-mile-per-hour fastballs that Class A is throwing. I believe these are 100-mile-per-hour cutters. So essentially, these would be like balls with a little bit of movement. They should have movement. But I mean, he's not bad. People say he sucks, but Brad Hand, like, before Hunter Dozier or Alex Gordon or whoever took his soul that one game, Brad Hand was elite. After that game, he gave up the grand slam that lost us that game. He's been trash ever since. Has not stuck around with a team at all. Brad Hand was elite when we first got him, though. But yeah, I like Clase. I do. It just happened. You know, everyone's going to blow a save. I mean, I'm not expecting him to be Mariano Rivera. I mean, even Mariano Rivera, even Trevor Hoffman blew saves. Trevor Hoffman, that's a name. How about that, huh? Yeah. A lot of you probably like, who the hell is Trevor Hoffman? Look him up. San Diego Padres. Closers out there, without a doubt. He was essentially Mariano Rivera levels. For real. But what's up, Jacob? 3 more days till I rage. Yeah. 3 more days until I stream the draft, and we don't even have a pick. Oh, well. But yeah, it's officially draft week. You know, the whole schedule and everything. But, you know, going up against Nestor Cortez, who essentially was just dancing around a lineup for 6 and a third innings. This dude until late in the game, in the 5th inning when we got the home run, we finally got a hit off him. He only allowed friggin' 1 hit, and that was the home run. Like, that's insane. The 1 hit was the 2-run blast. You love to see it. Otherwise, he would have had a no-no against us, which is usual. You know, I was like, this guy's going to dance around us. He did. You know? And then the rest is history. And then we talk about today's game. And I'm not going to talk much about it because there's not much to talk about it. Faced Garrett Cole. We had Aaron Savale on the mound. And I'll tell you one thing. I call Aaron Savale the Walmart Corey Kluber because he's good. He has the same kind of stuff as Corey. And he's literally a Walmart Corey Kluber. I mean, the dude got rocked tonight. Gave up 10 runs. Not him in general, but like we gave up 10 runs. Savale gave up 6 of those. Had 3 Ks. 1 home run given up. He's almost got a 10 ERA. He's going to get better. He's probably still trying to get in the groove. I mean, after all, he did miss a good portion of last year. But, yeah, facing Garrett Cole. Of course, Garrett Cole has that get-right game as usual. You know, this dude could suck against everyone else. The moment he faces the Guardians, oh, here comes Cleveland. Same thing with the freaking Yankees. Yankees could have lost 8 straight games. Oh, here comes the Guardians to town. 3-game sweep. Get them right back on track. No, watch. Who do the Yankees play after us? They play Baltimore. Watch. If they lose to Baltimore, I'm be like, it's just us. Watch them. They're going to go back to being garbage now. If they go back to being garbage, it's just because it's us. Yeah, it's just us. That's the way it is. It's the way it is with a lot of teams where everybody's get-right game. It freaking sucks. You know? But we'll see what happens, you know? I mean, we're second in the division by a half a game behind the Twins, who, by the way, beat the White Sox, who have lost 7 straight games. So at least we're not the White Sox. Granted, they're just injured to crap right now. You know, they just lost Eloy Jimenez for a while. Luis Roberts out. Moncada's out. Lynn is out. Giolito just came back. It's tough for the White Sox right now. But yeah, Savale, 3 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 1 homer. Cole, 6 2/3, 4 hits, no runs, no earns, 9 Ks, 1 walk. Yeah, of course. Has his get right game against us, as usual. After that, not much there. So you're probably like, okay, what's next? Who's on the docket now? Well, guess what, guys? Get to go from the East Coast to the West Coast. Yeah, they play tomorrow night in LA. From one extreme to the other. 9:38 p.m. It'll be the Beebs the Beebs against Michael Lorenzen. Bieber 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA. He actually had a no-hitter, I think, in one of his few starts this year. I think it was his first start of the year. He had it was the second start. Second start of the year, he had a no going. And he was dynamite. But of course, we're facing Mike Trout in them. So we'll see how that goes. I expect another master Bieber tomorrow, facing Michael Lorenzen, 1-1, 4.82 ERA, 9 Ks. Jose Ramirez, as you'd expect, has a home run against him and 2 RBIs. Austin Hedges has an RBI against him in 4 at-bats, batting .750. So he's 3 for 4. Nice. Love to see it. Ramirez, Reyes have all had at-bats, but they haven't done anything. Reyes, Rosario, and them, they've all had at-bats, never done anything against him. Straw, never faced him. Owen Miller, Kwan, obviously never faced him. I think Kwan might be going on the injured list, too. Lovely. Maybe we'll see Arias come back. Or no, because he plays infield. Never mind. We'll just have Ernie Clement playing in the outfield. Yay. And by the way, for those wondering, what about Michael Conforto? Because I know we were interested in him. He actually had shoulder surgery, so he's done for the year. Lovely. Nice. So we have Lorenzen tomorrow against the Beebs. And then in game 2 of the series, it will be Tristan McKenzie against Patrick Sandoval. He's 0-1 with a 2.38 ERA, 11 Ks. Patrick Sandoval has no record, no ERA, and 11 Ks as well. We haven't really faced Sandoval too much. I think 1 game. And only Jose has an RBI. Jose pretty much has an RBI against everybody that's played more than a couple of years. He's just crazy like that. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, McKenzie, I think we need a good game out of him. And then game 3, I believe will be Zach Plazak. Yep, it'll be Plazak against Ohtani. Plazak is 1-1, 1.53 ERA, 10 Ks. Ohtani 1-2, 4.40 ERA, and 26 strikeouts. And against Ohtani, we haven't really done anything. Of course, Ramiro Reyes this time has an RBI against him, batting 2 for 2. Not Jose this time. It's Franmil. Wow, Franmil. The only guy who has an RBI against him. And against Plazak, Ohtani has hit a home run against him. He's really the only one that's done anything against Plazak. And then, of course, game 4 of the series, because I believe this is a 4-gamer. It will be Cal Quantrill against Reed Detmers. Cal actually faced the Angels last year in the Little League Classic when he threw an absolute gem piece. Probably one of the best games he's thrown all year. Last year. And Anthony Rendon had nobody's actually touched him. Oh no, Jared Walsh has an RBI against him, but that's it. Now Jose Ramirez homered off of Reed Detmers, 3 RBIs. He's 2 for 2. Love to see it. And as usual, he's the only one that's done anything against these guys, really. So that's lovely. That's nice. Hopefully we can at least take 2 of 4. Because after this game, the Gods go to Oakland to play in that whole stadium in Oakland in front of a few dozen fans. I mean, I'm pretty sure my channel had more subscribers. I have more subscribers than they've had fans that go to games. They had a few 3,000 fans go to a game one time a couple of days ago. Rocha, I'm going to use him as an example. There's more people in his streams, his Warriors streams. There's 3,000 people plus in his Warriors streams on average at times. Freaking insane. You love to see it. That's pretty much how many people have been at freaking Oakland A's games lately. And it's not because like the fans don't care. They're more or less like showing their displeasure with ownership because like they're not spending. They sold away a lot of their good pieces and they're not going to stop. By the way, Oakland, if you could graciously give us, say, maybe Sean Murphy, I mean, we would love it. Thank you very much. By the way, Elvis Andrews freaking owns us. Why is that? You know? But we'll have to deal with him next series, of course. But that's really all I got for this one. I've been going over a half hour. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I will see you tomorrow for Boston and Brooklyn. This is the last series that could possibly be a sweep. And something tells me it may not be a sweep. Am I saying it's rigged? No. But I just feel like Brooklyn's going to come out hella desperate. You know? They kind of have to. I mean, if they don't, their season's done. Y'all see that video of freaking Kyrie Irving? That walk? I freaking I sent it in one of my Twitter group chats, and I said that walk that Kyrie had that they showed in that video. That's my mom forced me to go to school walk. Everyone knows exactly what that walk. When you don't want to go somewhere like school or work or whatever, and you have to, because if you don't, well, you're going to get in trouble or something. So you just walk in all pissed off. And like someone tries to say, hey, how you doing? And then you give them like that death stare, like if looks could kill, that person would be dead. Oh, yeah, we all know that walk. Like your like head's like, I don't want to be here. You're just like dragging your feet. You're just like, can this day be over already? God. And then like you just walk into the classroom, you just plop down and you just like sit there. And then you just like don't say anything. You just sit there. Like roll your eyes. Look like you just clearly look like you don't even want to be there. Teacher calls on you and you're like, I don't know. Like you just blow out a random number and the teacher goes, no. Good try. And you're like, no, but good try. And you're just like, whatever. You just don't even care. I mean, we've all been there before, I'm pretty sure. You go someplace where you don't want to be. Tough. But yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's do or die for the Brooklyn Nets, which is kind of funny because, of course, they could barely beat us and we were shorthanded. And I know we were outgunned, but we kept it close at the end. We honestly could have beaten them if we had Sexton and Rubio and Allen, which we didn't. And if we didn't derp around, in that game too, we could have possibly taken them down. And then you look at the Hawks too. They may be getting packed up as well in 5 games. So the 2 teams that we lost to have won a combined 1 game in the playoffs. Now, am I saying we would have fared any better? Well, we would have definitely maybe beaten the Celtics because, their defense is nice, but try navigating to the hoop around 3 7-footers and see how that goes. Especially when one of them should have been the Rookie of the Year, Evan Mobley. But on the bright side, Cavs got their lottery pick, and I can now start fantasizing about Ochai Agbaji as a Cleveland Cavalier. Nice. But with that being said, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. See you technically tonight because it is officially Monday. It's officially draft week, and I'm excited. Let's freaking go. And I will see you tonight for Celtics and Nets. Game 4 in Brooklyn. No Ben Simmons either. This bozo said, I'll be ready for game 4. And then they lose game 3 and they're down 3-0. And Ben's like, I said I was going to be ready for game 4, but ow, my back. I could just picture this dude walking in the freaking Steve Nash's office, walking into practice or something. No, in the practice. This dude just be like meanders in the Steve Nash's Steve Nash be at his computer, probably looking up stuff or, getting ready for practice. You hear like the sound of basketballs being dribbled in the background or whatever. You hear shots being thrown up and everything. You hear swish, swish, doing, swish, swish. Oh, yeah, swish, swish, and then here comes Ben Simmons walking in the freaking lot and walking in the office. Be like, hey, coach, can I talk to you for a second? Steve Nash be like, yeah, what's up, Ben? And then this dude be like, remember how it was said that I would be ready for game 4? He's like, yeah, why? Well, I woke up today and my back is feeling kind of bad. My back hurts. And then Steve is like, your back hurts? Or did you check the team trainer? He's like, yeah. And he said, we'll check it out. So I'm not going to be able to play tomorrow. And then Steve probably looks at him like, you do realize, bro, it's do or die for us, right? Like, if we lose, season's over, right? I could do a skit, man. Damn. If I had the more, better resources, I could probably do a skit like this, man. Sheesh. That sounds like something that would happen, Like, I was of the impression that Ben Simmons was going to play tomorrow or tonight. But no, they're down 3-0, and Ben's like, actually, my back hurts. I don't want to play anymore. This dude's going to miss a whole season. He was essentially a fan on the bench. He must have, did he win some sort of contest? And then you look at him freaking in his street clothes. This last game, it's so funny. Everyone else is decked out in, even whoever else was in street clothes wasn't in these bright ass colors like freaking Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons is all like, look at me. I'm Ben Simmons. My back hurts. Everyone else is kind of in just plain casual street clothes. This bozo is out here looking like a neon sign and saying, look at me. I am Ben Simmons. Get on with the tension. You see him, like, of course, he sits like damn near in the front part of the bench. It's like, this dude is literally the biggest prima donna I've ever seen in the NBA. And I cannot believe Cavs fans actually wanted to trade for that dude. My back hurts. Maybe his back actually does hurt, but come on, bro. We got freaking Joel Embiid playing with a freaking injury, torn ligament in his thumb. We had Jared Allen playing with a bad middle finger. I know back is different. But come on, man. Suck it up a little bit. Damn. Oh, my back is sore. Bro, put some icy hot on it. And as they say, rub some dirt on it and get out there. Your team's season's on the line. And at least if you try, it didn't look like it hurt a couple days ago when he was practicing. But now that they're down 3-0, now my back hurts. It's sore. Ow. Ow, my back. Ow. I don't want to play no more. Ow. Well, this just turned into a roast of Ben Simmons. Wow. A Yankees recap thing turned into a roast of Ben Simmons. All because I talked about the freaking Celtics-Nets series. Wow. But it's true. This dude, I was of the impression, everyone else was of the impression that Ben was playing tonight. Like, oh my God, we're going to see Ben playing tonight. This is going to be fun. And then it comes out that he's out tonight because of back soreness. This dude woke up and was like, oh, my back hurts. Ah. How ironic. Now, maybe his back really does hurt. And I look like a douchebag. But how ironic. Team's down 3-0. He don't want no part of it. And I'm telling you. Someone posted a meme on Twitter of Ben Simmons during game 4. Well, obviously, it'll be at the game. But, afterwards, he's going to be on COD or some Call of Duty freaking playing. looking all fine and dandy. Back not hurt anymore. If this dude really comes out and says, my back's not hurt anymore after the game, it's like, were you capping, my bro? Now, maybe his back really is hurting, which sucks. But how ironic. That just sounds so fishy, man. You saw him a couple days ago practicing and stuff. It would have been different, like, if this was a couple days ago, too. But literally a couple days ago, he was putting up shots. He looked fine on the bench. Didn't look like his back was hurting on the bench a couple days ago. Wait, I know why his back is sore. From all that sitting he's been doing. Didn't he kind of low-key lie about mental illness, too? This guy, bro. I'm so glad we didn't trade for him. Oh, boy. Oh, God, dude. This dude's not going to play a single minute in the whole entire season. And, of course, this is the same guy who showed up to training camp or practice or whatever with a phone in his pocket. Didn't even look like he cared. Then he's trying to get a grievance for money that I think Stephen A. Smith or Charles Barkley or someone said he didn't even know. He doesn't even deserve that money. You know? Doesn't deserve it. You know? Dude has not played a single second. Now you say, what about Zion? Dude, Zion has literally got a foot injury. He's tried to come back. At least, he's trying. He'd the moment he's able to. He's still trying to come back from foot surgery or whatever. That's different. I'm not talking about Zion. Zion's a monster. At least he's all right. He's still a youngster. But he's starting to kind of fade towards kind of bust. He's like kind of leaning a little bit towards bust. He has to get healthy and get on the court. And then once he starts balling out, that bust to absolute like legend. It's going to start kind of going like a little. He just has to get on the court. I don't hate Zion. Zion's dope. I wanted him. But of course, the lottery hates us. So, yeah. Overall, what was it, 2019? We got Darius Garland with Gucci. DG is pretty damn good now. Although, if we had Ja or RJ or Zion with this team, that would have been lit. Imagine Ja, Jared Allen, Evan Mobley, the bounciest team in the NBA. Yeah. Or like Zion. JB Bickerstaff would be having wet dreams about that lineup. Oh, God. Zion, Evan Mobley, Lauri Markkanen, Jared Allen. We'd have freaking damn near 5 guys who could all play every position pretty much. Did you see the video when Kyle Schwarber got? Yeah, I saw that. But I like what we did. He would have been having he would have had a wet dream, man. I mean, we would have had Mobley though if we got Zion. That's right. I don't know. Why was I acting like Zion's a point guard? He's not a point guard, bro. What the hell, brother? I'm freaking tired. I gotta end this stream. But I saw that video. Typical Angel Hernandez called a ball a strike, and Kyle Schwarber let him have it. I mean, it's bottom of the 9th. It doesn't matter anyway. Oh, I'm ejected. Oh, gee. What am I gonna do in the bottom of the 9th with 2 out? That's what I would have said if I was Schwarber in the situation. Oh no, you ejected me? Whatever shall I do in the bottom of the 9th with 2 out? I mean, the game's over anyway. He figured, well, game's over. I might as well let him have it. And he did. I applaud Kyle for that. But we all know Angel ain't going to change nothing. Angel was the worst umpire in baseball. At least Joe West was freaking retired. Joe West he was cool, but he was notorious for bad calls. Angel Hernandez is the worst, the absolute worst umpire in MLB history. When you talk about robot umps, you say, why do you want robot umps? Angel Hernandez. That's why. Because of him. It's because of him that these batters essentially know that the strike zone is going to be so weird. I have to swing at everything because there could be a ball in the other batter's box, and this bozo would go, or he'd go, it's like, I'd be like, excuse me, sir, ball was in the other batter's box. How is that a strike? How? Bro. Like, are you dumb? Were you born yesterday? Is your brain functioning? I would let him have it. I'd be like, can you see, bro? Are you blind? Are your eyes dressed for decoration? I'm pretty sure a lot of batters would do that. And this bozo would just stare at him. And then he'd go, yeah, you're out of here. I'd be like, no, you are out of here. I'd freaking let him have it. If I was Kyle Schwarber. And luckily, Kyle Schwarber spoke for all of us. He's, this dude's freaking Angel Fernandez sucks. How long until he retires? Knowing us, he'll probably won't retire for another 10 some years. I don't know, but I'm going for almost an hour. I literally spent another 16 minutes ranting about other stuff. Friggin' Ben Simmons, Angel Hernandez. I'm going to end this stream before it gets too long. All right, it's late at night. I got to get to bed. I'm going to start rambling on about random garbage. I don't want to do that. But hope you guys tune in tonight for Celtics Nets. Should be fun. We'll see if the Celtics can put the Nets out of their misery and end their season, which honestly would be hilarious because Nets fans were so loud this year. They've been through a lot. They had James Harden. They lost James Harden. They got Ben Simmons, and he played exactly 0 minutes. He was more of a fan. If you didn't know the NBA, if you were new to the NBA, that bozo on the bench, you probably thought, did that fan sneak onto the bench? Did he win a contest or something? Oh, that's Ben Simmons? Why is he dressed like that? Ben Simmons is out. I know. I heard. Of course, I went on a whole rant about it. I'm pretty sure the rant started like 30 minutes. So just go back to watch that rant. I freaking went off on Ben Simmons. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up, guys. I'll see you all tonight. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guardians. Let's see if they can rebound against the Angels because what I saw against the Yankees was not fun. I did not enjoy that at all. But I'll see you guys tonight. I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Guardians. And I'm out.